The Cincinnati Reds came to Chicago and defeated the Cubs on September 2nd, second game of a doubleheader, 4-2. But on September 4th, after an off day, Larry French took the mound for the Chicago Cubs, 2.96 ERA, 17-game winner in 1935. And he got the ship back on track, defeating the Philadelphia Phillies. The Chicago Cubs played the Phillies 4 times in that series. They swept the series. Then they hosted the Boston Braves. They played them 4 times, and they swept the series. They hosted the Brooklyn Dodgers 4 times, and they swept the series. They went on to a 21-game winning streak that took them all the way up to September 28th. That took them up to from a deficit of 2.5 games in the National League race to first place, which they never relinquished since then. They lost the last 2 games of the series. And much like this year's St. Louis Cardinals, who put together a 17-game winning streak, and then they lost in the wild card, the Cubs lost their last 2 games of the regular season, and then they dropped the World Series to the 1935 Detroit Tigers in 6 games. Nevertheless, the 1935 Cubs were the last Cubs team to win over 100 games until 2016. Larry French, who started that 21-game winning streak, will be pitching today against the 1933 Washington Senators. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Now for today's lineups for the 1933 Senators: Meyer at second base, Manish in left field, Gosselin will hit third and right field, Cronin, the player manager, is at shortstop, Schulte in center field, Kuhol at first base, Bluish at third, Sewell catching, and Lefty Stewart is on the mound for the 1935 Chicago Cubs. And we'll start with Galen in left field, Herman in second base, Klein in right field, Hartnett catching, Damari in right field, and Cavaretta moves down to 8, so move up Hack at third base, Jurgis at shortstop, and then Cavaretta. And Larry French is on the mound. He is a grade A pitcher, Y and Z modifier. Buddy Meyer steps into the box for the Washington Senators. We're ready to begin. Here's the first pitch. We'll read the blue die first. 35 is a 36. Ball 1. The Senators, by the way, on defense are fielding column 1, and the Chicago Cubs on defense are fielding column 2. We are using today the Marina board since we have both of the master symbols on both sets of the cards. Ball 1 pitch to Buddy Meyer. 3-2 is a roller on the ground to second base. Billy Herman scoops in, throws to first. Oh, why? That's how our game begins today. This is an elimination game. Both teams are 1-1. The loser is out of the tournament. Heine Manish steps into the box. 43 is a roller. Back to Larry French. He throws to first. 2 quick outs. 2 soft hit ground balls. Goose Gosselin. 56 is a Y, and Larry French has the Y strikeout modifier. Gosselin takes the call third strike, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, Senators are down. We go to the bottom of the first. No score with the Cubs coming to bat. Lefty Stewart for the Senators is on the mound. He is a grade B pitcher. He has a Z control modifier. And Augie Galen steps in the box for Chicago. 4-3 is a ground ball back to Lefty Stewart, and he makes the left-handed toss over to his first baseman, Joe Cool, fine defensive first baseman over there. In fact, the whole team for Washington has a high total for fielding column 1. There's 1 down. Billy Herman, second baseman for the Chicago Cubs. 341 hitter in 1935. 6'5", it's popped up behind home plate. Sewell, the catcher, measures it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Here is Chuck Klein, former Philadelphia Philly, and now a Chicago Cubs slugger, 293 with 21 homers. 16 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Joe Cronin throws out Chuck Klein, and it's 1-2-3 for the Cubs. We go to the top of the second, no score. Joe Cronin, who made the last defensive play, leads off for his Senators. 5-2 is a 27. That is a ground ball to the third baseman. Smiling Stan Hack throws the first. One down. Fred Schulte, the center fielder, good defensive center fielder for the Senators. 51 is a 9 against an A. It's going to be an out, a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3 with Billy Jurgis making the play. Joey Cool, the first baseman. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field. Chuck Klein is under it and makes the catch. Go to the bottom of the second, no score. For the Cubs in the bottom of the second, the pride of Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Gabby Hartnett, Cub catcher, steps into the box. 344 on the season with 13 home runs. 43 is a roller back to Stewart. Lefty Stewart flips to the first baseman, Joe Cool, who took over for longtime first baseman Joe Judge. 2 outs. Frank Damari, one out in the bottom of the second. 3-6 is a 33. A pop-up over second base. Buddy Meyer claims it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Here is Stan Hack, the third baseman, another 300 hitter in this Cubs lineup, 311. 63 is a fly ball to center field. Fred Schulte puts it away, and the Cubs are done in the second. We go to the top of the third. No base runners and no score. Shortstop Ossie Bluish leads off the top of the third. 6-2 is a fly ball to Damari in right field. He makes the catch. 1 away, and that's 7 Senators retired in a row by French catcher Luke Sewell, 42. 22 is going to test the Cubs catcher, Gabby Hartnett. Little dribbler in front of the plate. Gabby picks it up, throws the first. Nice play by Hartnett, 2 outs. Another pitcher, Lefty Stewart. 21 is a fly out to Augie Galan in left. It's been 9 up and 9 down for the Washington Senators. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. All right, Lefty Stewart is attempting to match Larry French, pitch by pitch. Billy Jurgis leads off for the Cubs. 5-5 is an 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly out to the center fielder, Fred Schulte. 1 away. Here is the first baseman, Phil Cavaretta. I think he was a rookie in 1935. 42 is a fly ball to right field. 2 outs. Heine Manush on the catch. Here's the pitcher, Larry French. 41 is a roller to the shortstop. Joe Cronin scoops and throws. 3 outs. Both pitchers have been perfect through 3. We go to the fourth. 0-0. Buddy Meyer will lead off for the Senators. Let's see if his hot bat can get them started. He is 4 for 9 on the series with 2 triples and a double. Here's a pitch to Buddy Meyer. 3-3 roll, and that is going to be an extra base hit for Meyer. It will be his 4th. 34 is a double for Buddy Meyer. First hit in the game, and the Senators have a man in scoring position. No outs. Heine Manush, 336 hitter. French in the stretch. Peers in and gets the sign. First sign of any trouble in this game for either pitcher. Here's the pitch to Manush. 41 is a 24. Popped up on the infield. Billy Jurgis wants it and makes the catch near the mound. A non-productive out leaves the base runner at second, one down. Goose Goslin, another heavy hitter, 297. Here's the pitch. 23 is a 29. Ground ball to the first baseman, Phil Cavaretta, who flips to French covering. That lets Meyer go to third, but now there's two outs. Go ahead run is 90 feet away. Here is Joe Cronin, the player manager, 309 hitter, and the cleanup hitter in the lineup. Here's the pitch to Cronin. 2-2 roll. Hit column roll. We'll get the Senators on the board. 6-6 is a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A 2-run home run for Joe Cronin. And the Washington Senators take a 2-0 lead over the hometown Cubs. All right, somebody wake up the scoreboard operator. He's got work to do. 2 on the board for Washington, the visitors. Fred Schulte. 44 is a base hit for Schulte. 3 hits in the inning after Larry French went through the order the first time perfectly. Joe Cool. 1-2. This will probably end the inning. 25. That's a ground ball to Billy Herman at second base. He goes the short way to get Schulte. And that's the end of the top of the fourth. But the Washington Senators get on the board. It's Washington 2 and Chicago 0. Lucky Galen steps into the box looking for the Cubs' first hit. 43 is a roller back to Stewart. And just like he did the first time, he grounds out to the pitcher. 1-3. 1 away. Here is Billy Herman. 6-5 is a pop-up behind home plate. Luke Sewell loses the mask. And just like he did his first time up, Billy Herman pops out to the catcher, Chuck Klein. 54 is a flyout to Heine Manish in right field. 3 outs. We go to the fifth inning. 2-0 Senators. Larry French returns to the mound now, 2 runs down. He was discovered by Earl Mack, the son of Connie Mack, pitching a semi-pro ball in Oregon. Earl Mack was looking at another player, and it turned out that Larry French pitched a no-hitter in front of Earl, and that's what got the Mack's attention. Larry French became a hard-working starting pitcher. He averaged over 270 innings for several years for the Phillies, and then he did the same, about 254 innings for 6 years, I think, with the Cubs. Finished his career with the 41 Dodgers that also went to the World Series. Served in World War II and the Korean War in the Navy. And he's got the bottom of the order here in the top of the fifth inning, down by 2 runs. Aussie Bluish, 55, gets an 8 against an A. That is going to be a fly out to center field. Play made by Chuck Klein, 1 down. Luke Sewell, the catcher. 52 is a ball hit on the ground toward third base. Stan Hacks got it, throws across the diamond to Phil Cavaretta, and Sewell is the second out. Here's the pitcher, lefty Stewart. Pop out to the catcher, Hartnett. We're at the bottom of the fifth inning. Washington 2 and Chicago 0. All right, here's Gabby Hartnett, 344 hitter. 45. Stewart walks Hartnett, and that is the first base runner for the Cubs. They don't get a runner until the fifth inning. Hartnett, and the runner they've got here is slow. Cubs will play it safe on the base pass with Hartnett. Here is Frank DeMari. 6-4 is a 40. Ball 1, field in column 1. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Frank DeMari. Not a lot of power, but a 325 hitter. 23 is a double, and Hartnett will go to third and stop at third. Second and third for Chicago with nobody out. All right, Stan Heck, infielder from Sacramento, California, raised his average from 289 to 311 in 1935. He'll step up to the plate with a golden opportunity here, nobody out. The Senators will play their infield back. And here's the pitch to Heck. 1-5 is an 11. That's going to be a single up the middle, scoring Hartnett. DeMauri goes to third. First and third Cubs, they're on the board. It's 2-1. D24 stealing. The catcher, Sewell, let's see, moved to first, is +2 to Stewart. He's got a good move. So then we go to Sewell, 3 to his favor, take 5, be 19. Chances to steal second successfully aren't high. He's going to hold. First and third Cubbies, that brings up Billy Jurgis. First three Cubs have reached safely, no outs. There's a pitch to Jurgis. Washington's playing at double play depth. 52 is a 27. Hit hard on the ground to the third baseman, Ozzie Bluish. He looks to the runner back, throws as he throws the second. Over to first, it's going to be a 5-4-3 double play, and DeMauri is still at third. That changes the inning. Suddenly 2 outs. The 8th place hitter is Phil Cavaretta, 275 hitter, followed by French. Lefty Stewart's going to give an intentional pass to Cavaretta. So back to first and third, but with 2 outs, and the pitcher, Larry French, up the bat. Five by French. That's a 9 against a B pitcher. Base hit by the pitcher. That scores DeMauri, and Heck goes to third with, no, Heck was out. Cavaretta goes to third with 2 outs. RBI single by the pitcher. There's only 2 runs scored in the inning. Hartnett scored. He led off the inning with a walk. DeMauri doubled. It put second and third. Then Heck singled in Hartnett. DeMauri went to third. First and third, there was a double play with DeMauri holding. Cavaretta walked intentionally, and now the single by French moves in DeMauri. But that's only the second run. So it's tied 2-2. French at first, Cavaretta at third, 2 outs. Augie Galan. Here's the pitch to Galan. 1-4 is a fly out to left field. That'll end the 5th inning. 2 runs score for the Cubs. They get it tied up. We go to the 6th, 2-2. Again, the hottest bat for the Senators, Buddy Meyer, will lead off. He has doubled in today's game. Here's the pitch to Meyer, top of the 6th inning. 2-3 is a 26. That's hit on the ground. To second base, Billy Herman scoops and throws to Cavaretta at first. Meyer is retired. 1 out. Here is Heine Manush, Hall of Famer. 64 is a 12. That's going to be a ground out to first base. Cavaretta takes it unassisted. 2 outs. Goose Goslin. 12 is a roller to Billy Herman. The throw to first. Senators are done in the 6th, 2-2 tie. This is an elimination game, and so far it's a tight one. Lefty Stewart pitching to Billy Herman. 6-5 is popped out to the catcher, Luke Sewell, and that's a frustrating day for Billy Herman, who has 3 pop-ups to the catcher, Chuck Klein. 25 is a fly ball to center field, medium depth. Fred Schulte is under it, makes the catch. Klein is 0 for 3 on the day. Gabby Hartnett. Lefty Stewart has surrendered only 3 hits, but they strung them all together. Here's the pitch to Hartnett. 53 is an 18. That'll test the shortstop, Joe Cronin, who is a great defensive shortstop. Rated 10, so fielding column 1 with 2 outs. That's a ground out, 6-3. We go to the 7th inning, 2-2 tie. We're in the 7th inning, and we're still 10 batters away from Larry French's point of fatigue. His point of fatigue is 31 batters. So he's got 10 more to go before he can worry about getting tired. Joe Cronin leads off for Washington. 24 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Cronin is 1 for 3. He hit the 2-run homer that produced the runs for Washington. 1 away, Fred Schulte. Senators are up to bat. 26 is a fly ball to right field. Frank DeMari is under it and makes the catch. 2 quick outs. Here is Joe Cool, Washington's first baseman. 54 is a fly out to right. Go to the bottom of the 7th, 2-2 tie. Fans here in Wrigley are on the edges of their seats. It's a tight ball game, an elimination game. Frank DeMari, who doubled his last time up and scored, will lead off. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Heidi Manush ranges to his left, makes the catch. 1 away. DeMari going the other way with the pitch. Here is Stan Hack. That's a fly out to right field. 2 outs. Shortstop Billy Jurgis. Okay, like French, Stewart is rated to pitch to 30 batters. French 31. But Stewart has faced only 24 batters, so he's 6 away still from his point of fatigue. Pitch to Jurgis. 35 is a 22. That will test the catcher Luke Sewell, who is a fielding column 1, and that's going to be a ground out dribbler in front of home base. He throws to first. That's it for the 7th. We go to the 8th inning, knotted at 2. The Washington 8th is the bottom of the order. Larry French has dominated those 3 hitters. They are 0 for 6, and actually the one before that's 0 for 3, so he's 0 for 9 entirely for the bottom of the Senators' order. Here is Bluish, 261 hitter in 1933. 15 is an 8 against an A. Fly out to center field. 1 down. Catcher Luke Sewell. 51 is a 9. Hit on the ground to shortstop, 6-3. 2 outs. And lefty Stewart not close to his fatigue point yet. He'll bat. 15 is a 36. Ball 1. 3-3 roll is an 8, though. That's going to be a out against an A pitcher. Fly out to center. We're done with the top of the 8th. Washington 2, Chicago 2. The 8th hitter starts off for the Cubs in the last of the 8th. Phil Cavaretta, he has walked and fly to right. 5-5 is a fly out to center field. 1 down. Here's Larry French, 1 for 2. He singled and drove in a run. 2-2 roll, that's going to be an 8. That's a fly out to center. Fred Schulte on those plays, 2 outs. Top of the order, and Augie Galen. 26 is hit on the ground toward third base. Ozzie Bluish throws across the diamond to Joe Cool, and Galen is the 3rd out of the 8th inning. We go to the 9th. The final frame tied 2-2. This is the final scheduled frame. We might get free baseball, and we're not putting any runners at second base. Here's a pitch to Buddy Meyer. 4-3 is a ground ball back to Larry French. French has it and throws to his first baseman, Cavaretta, 1 down. Honey Manish. 41 is a roller to the shortstop, Billy Jurgis. 2 outs. Manish is 0 for 4 on the day. Goose Goslin. Goslin's looking for his first hit. Won't be it. Fly out to center field. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 2-2 tie. All right, Billy Herman will step into the box. Tough part of the Cubs order. 341 hitter, followed by Chuck Klein and Gabby Hartnett. 28 batters have been faced by Stewart. So in 2 more, his point of fatigue commences. Here's the pitch to Billy Herman. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll, and 34 is a leadoff double by Billy Herman. No outs. Here's your third place hitter, Chuck Klein, 293 with 21 homers. Do I take 3 shots to try to get the runner home with a single, or do I bunt him to third? It's a team game. I'm going to try to bunt him to third. I don't care if he's a third place hitter. 22 would have got a hit. Well, 7, let's see. Charging first baseman, thinks about third, but throws to the second baseman covering at first. It is a successful sacrifice. Herman goes to third. 1 away. That would have been ball game if I was not bunting. Here is Gabby Hartnett. 344 hitter, 325 hitter on deck. Washington will, of course, play the infield in. Here's a pitch to Gabby Hartnett. 13 is a 14. Ball 4. Runner takes first. Stewart showing extreme care with the Cubs catcher. He's going to set up the double play. Frank Damari infield's at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Damari. 3-3 roll. Hit column roll for Damari. And 13 is a double. That's going to do it. Klein scores. Damari with a walk-off hit. Cubs rush onto the field. They survive to go to round 4 of the 30s tournament. The Senators will go home. Cubs players are mobbing Frank Damari, pulling at his shirt. We'll be right back with the wrap-up. Well played, clean ball game. The Washington Senators scored 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. Chicago scored 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Losing pitcher was lefty Stewart, 8 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs. And the winning pitcher and the star of the game today is Larry French, who goes the distance, gives up 2 earned runs and only 3 hits, no walks. The winning pitcher, Larry French, is the star of the game, even over and above Frank Damari, who had 2 doubles and the game-winning hit. Let's have co-stars of the game, yeah. It should be co-stars. French and Damari. Damari had 2 doubles and the game-winning hit in the 9th inning. Hope you enjoyed this game. We are most of the way through the tournament now. Eliminated from the 1930s tournament are the 38 Homestead Grays. 38 Yankees are eliminated. Now the 33 Senators are gone. 33 Giants are gone. And the 31 Philadelphia A's are gone. Surviving into the 3rd round are, of course, Chicago. They're 2-1. Pittsburgh's going to play St. Louis in the next game. Pittsburgh Crawfords. They're 2-0. St. Louis Stars are 1-1. Detroit Tigers are 2-1. Cardinals of St. Louis, 34, are 2-1. Chicago American Giants are 2-1. And the 1932 Yankees are 2-0. They'll have a bye in the 3rd round. So that's how it looks going into the 4th round. Hope you're enjoying these games. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.